Joe Renshaw is in the studio with us this morning, and last month they had the Gospel Harmony Boys in at Lockwood Community Church. Great performance from them, from what I understand. Coming up on Friday, though, it is the Justified Quartet, right?
Yes, sir. Out of Bay City area. Akron up there is a blip in the road, but yeah, they hail from all over, but that's where they're based out of.
Yeah,
yes.
When I think of Akron, I think of that place in Ohio. But.
Yeah, well, we won't talk about that. Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, Justified Quartet coming in from, as you said, from Michigan. All these groups that you have coming in for the Winter Gospel Concert Series are groups that many in the area should be familiar with, especially if you are a regular attendee of the Gospel Barn, right?
Yes. Yep. That's where, when we're not singing, we're usually at the Gospel Barn. And we attend Lockwood Church when we're not singing, which is rare these days, which is a good thing to have. But yeah, all these groups, including a new group to the Gospel Barn, will close out our series. That just happened to be that way. The Divinity Trio is a great bunch of guys that we got to know through our Indiana Gospel Music Association ties. So, but the rest of them are our Gospel Barn. Justified is usually an annual event there. And great quartet and killer bass, which makes Southern Gospel singing what it is. So.
Exactly. Well, every part, the 4-part harmony, of course. You being a tenor, of course, that's a big part of it too. I mean, a lot of people love the highs and the lows of gospel, and that's about the best I can do on it.
Yeah, well, that's primarily when you're a lead singer or a baritone, you kind of usually the ones that are like, "What's that?" But the rest of them, the highs and the lows, people go crazy for, which is fine. And Tim does a great job. They do some neat old time stuff, some newer stuff, but definitely solid bass. Let me tell you.
Yeah, absolutely. So really, this Southern gospel music. This is good music. It's really good music. Anyone who really hasn't been to a gospel music concert needs to come out to Lockwood Community Church and check this out, right?
Yeah, there are several people. I've actually had churches, because of course I do the solo ministry thing, and I've had churches that say, "Well, we don't do gospel music." I say, "Excuse me? Gospel music? Oh, Southern gospel, yeah." But it's like the difference used to be when I was a kid. Country was not what it is today. You can hear country on just about any radio station you want to go to. Southern gospel, there are some really tried and true, but this is, there's not a twang in this. Any of the groups that come here to sing don't sing with the bluegrassy twang, which is nothing wrong with that. Some beautiful groups out there. Yep. But these guys are just not that, and they do a great job. And we this is primarily why it was started, because the Gospel Barn closes the end of October and doesn't open until April sometime. And there are those of us crazy people that like to stay in the area or are forced to stay in the area during these winter storms. So, we're looking forward to it. And the ladies of Lockwood, there'll be cookies involved in this one. So
okay, all right.
Extra reason to be there.
Well, if you can't make it for this coming Friday's performance, you do have 2 more coming along in the series, including the Thurstons coming up in February.
Yep, and Thurstons are out of Holt, Michigan. I have been singing a long time and have sown into my ministry and are dear, dear friends to us. And just great sound. That's just a trio, no big thunderous bass. But again, the last two groups are trios. We had to do some moving around because of dates and such. But it's all good stuff. Great tight harmonies and some good hand clapping music and something to keep you warm on a cold Friday night.
Yeah, and not only just that, but the message. There's a great message for any of these groups that come in here.
That not so subliminal message. Yeah, if you don't get the point, most everyone that I'm involved with, we drive home the reason why we sing. With the amount of time I sing, many people are like, "Oh, you must be making killer money." I say, I sing gospel music. I sing for Jesus. I don't sing for the money.
It's a ministry.
Yeah, exactly.
It's absolutely what it is. And bringing the lost to Jesus.
Yep, exactly.
And a lot of people do it through music too. I mean, it's not just the pastors who can bring the lost to Jesus. It's anyone through music too.
Yeah, music will subliminally, more than if somebody preaches at you, you obviously know they're preaching. Yeah. But some of these songs will touch your heart and bring a tear to your eye and joy to your heart and warmth to the soul. That's the whole idea behind it.
All right, so these are at Lockwood Community Church, just south of here on Lockwood Road.
Yep, 202 East Lockwood Road. You can get there off of the business loop. There are signs off of Lockwood and Old 27 and off of Benke coming the other way.
Yep.
Anything, JoeRenshawMusic.com is my website, and Facebook and Instagram and X and LinkedIn. It's
the
all
other
there.
ones. Yep.
So, yeah, and any way about it. And actually, any of the concert stuff, my phone number is on there. Feel free to call if you get lost. So.
And let's just also say, it's your number is 617-5938, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And if you have an email, but you don't have any of those social media avenues such as Facebook or X or LinkedIn, Joe at JoeRenshawMusic.com gets it to you too.
Pretty simple to remember. I can even remember it. So yeah. Yep. And if you don't, if you do have social, get on there, like it, follow us.
Yeah.
I am not a promoter. I am a singer primarily, but when you're called to do something, you do it. And this has been a great venue. I get to open up for these folks and usually sing one with them. And it's just a good time and praising the Lord.
All right. Well, great. That's coming up. Hopefully. We're hoping that we can get the snow cleared and everything.
Well, one way or the other, Lord willing, we'll be at Lockwood Church. The parking lot will be plowed, and things will be good enough. I trust in my Lord and Savior. We'll get done whatever we need to get done, and if it doesn't happen, He's got a reason for it not happening. But I will be there. The heat will be on, and there'll be cookies. Did I say there will be cookies? I think I said that. But
you know what? You can say it again.
Yeah.
Because I think the cookies could be a draw for...
Well, yeah. Good time and...
Good cookies.
Good
good music.
church lady cookies.
Yes. Yep. All right. Well, Justified Quartet out of the Bay City area. Here's a song from them. Long Live the King. This is what we'll do to wrap up the interview here with Joe. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Yep. Thank you, Justin.
On Calvary's cross, a sign proclaimed that He was King. While He hung there suffering, they mocked His name. They could not know that they had spoken one true thing, as Jesus Christ, the Lord of glory, bore their shame. Long live the King. Where there's no future, there's no past, He'll reign supreme. As long as everlasting lasts, in the New Jerusalem, God with us and us with Him through the ages. He'll hear our praises ring. Long live the King.
7:56 at AM 1590 at FM 95.5.